amazing house of Giorgio Armani comes their latest creation. This magical composition from the La Collection portfolio Armani Prive dives deeper into the history of perfumery by bringing to light the significance of incense. This time it's all about vivacity, opulence, and seduction. Sitting somewhere between the spiciness and woodiness of Bois d'Encens and the opulency of Rose d'Arabie, this is Encens Satin. Stay tuned for the full review coming up next. Alright, Fredcom, Max Forte again, now with Armani Prives from the collection Prive, the Haute collection, Encens Satin. This was introduced in 2014. I'm going to give you a little bit of the background and history of the Armani company. So basically, Giorgio Armani is an Italian fashion designer company noted particularly for their menswear. Armani started his career back in 1960 to 1972 when he worked for a well-known house of Nino Cerruti, which also has fragrances in the market to this day, and then worked as an independent designer for a number of fashion houses before founding his own brand. He presented his first collection of men's clothing in 1975, followed by a line for women that same year. Armani gained a wider audience for his work, while the popular movie American Gigolo, starring Richard Gere, wore a ton of chic Armani designed clothes. This was the first of many featured films that Armani collaborated with. Designer Giorgio Armani has currently 110 perfumes in his fragrance portfolio base. The earliest edition was created in 1982, and the newest is from 2015. Giorgio Armani fragrances were made in collaboration with perfumers such as Alberto Morillas, Dominique Ropion, Nick Monardo, Olivier Cresp, Olivier Poge, Mason Francis Cardigan, Jean-Claude Ellena, just to name a few. The Armani Prive line was introduced in 2004 and today has 4 variations and tiers, if you will, on this particular Prive line. You have the Haute collection, which this is from, which the top represents the precious stones. You have the original Prive line, which is basically the clear bottles, like the Vetiver Babylon. And you have the 1001 Nights collection, which has the gold tops. And last but certainly not least, you have the limited edition compositions like the Nuances, for example, that was released in 2013. Without further ado, let's dive into this amazing creation by Giorgio Armani. Okay, so the presentation, guys, the presentation is very nice, unique, and exquisite. You have this beautiful box, which you have these embossed information here. You have this metal plate right on the box. It says Armani Prive Encens Satin. More information at the bottle. You have here a sticker which represents the barcode. More information embossed here. Back here, more embossed information from Armani. And Giorgio Armani is embossed right at the top of the box. As you open the box, it's a very, very elegant box, very beautiful, and there's a little space there where the fragrance sits. So very beautiful, very elegant box. The bottle itself is very, very nice. This beautiful dark bottle that's supposed to protect the juice from light and heat. You have this metal plate here again. It says Armani Prive Encens Satin, and your batch code and more information here at the very bottom of the bottle. These caps are heavy. It's like a plastic resin. It's supposed to evoke precious stones. It reminds you of a beautiful marble, blue marble stone kind of thing. Dark plastic in there. Very solid, very thick. And then you have the sprayer, which is supposed to be dark in there, guys. If you have a sprayer that it's a white or clear color right in the center of the atomizer, it is a fake. The blast here is very nice. Beautiful blast, not crazy, but very, very nice, not weak at all. So this was the full presentation for Encens Satin. Let's talk about the price point and sizes. This comes in one size only. It's the 100 ml and retails for 265 American dollars. Not easy to find this Prive line discounted at all at the various websites. You're going to have a hard time finding them. This is the only size it comes in. It's 100 ml. You can't get it for 50 ml. They did not make this in 50 ml, and I believe they stopped making the 50 ml sizes as well for the Prive line. So this 2014 release was a collaboration between perfumers. I could not find the actual names of the individuals that were used and utilized to make this composition. If you do have the ability to find that detail, please be kind enough to post down below for all of us. The application, and it's the best time to wear this, I would definitely spray 2 to 4 sprays. This fragrance performs very well. For an eau de parfum, this has the characteristics of a signature scent. If you have the funds to spend on this, since it's so pricey, I would not wear this for a signature scent. Otherwise, I would limit this for formal wear. Great for upscale events and dress-up scenarios and occasions. Seasons, I can definitely see this being worn more in the cooler months of the year, such as spring, autumn, and winter. Although not very, very cold, because I don't think this is strong enough to cut through the heavy winter like January, February. Not so much in the high heat as well. I think this is not going to perform too good when the weather is, let's say, 80 plus. Although on a cool summer night, this would shine and be a fantastic scent. This can be worn by both men and women. For sure, it's unisex and a great fragrance for both gender. The classification is Oriental Spicy. The note breakdown, this is a rather linear scent. You're going to get the same scent throughout the life. It's going to change a little bit, but it's a blend of incenses. It's precious woods, spices, and amber is what you get in this composition. So let's get right into the summary of this Oriental Spicy fragrance. So this is an amazing scent that caresses and envelops the body in such an amazing way, guys. This is for the person that is always on the move. This evokes class, elegance, sophistication wrapped in the bottle. This is opulent, radiant, and it inspires the person who's wearing it. And each note and accord brings deep and luminous embrace at each sniff. So this opens up, at least on my skin, this open up very ambery, like an amber infused incense that you're going to get almost like an ambergris with a labdanum joined together with incense that is musty, dusty, and a little bit earthy. Then it's sprinkled with some spices in the base. You're going to get the woodiness along with what it seems to be a patchouli note that comes to play eventually. So the amber here is very dense, initially caramelized, kind of like caramel nuance, sweet vanilla. Soon it changes into this darker element, almost like honeyed overtones of amber. Very inviting, very appealing. So if you like fragrances like Mitsa by the Dior private line, if you like Ambre Sultan by Sauvage Le Temps, if you like Sahara Noir by Tom Ford, you're going to love this. The difference, however, is that the Encens Satin composition is much drier, woodier, and mustier. And I definitely detect an earthy patchouli here. The spices are very airy, not crazy spicy, this fragrance. And the amber feels much thinner, but extremely pleasant. After the first 2 to 3 hour mark, it's very much a skin scent. And later you're going to get an amber incense close to the skin dry down. So this is like a smooth, spicy, ambery dry down that you're going to get. A little bit sweet, but not much. So Encens Satin has generally very good silage, at least from the times that I've tried, and moderate to good longevity. So the scent starts very nice, projecting very well in the first 2 hours. In the 4th hour, it'll require you to reapply if you want to project strongly again. If not, it's going to sit close to your skin, but it's going to emit a very nice silage for the people that are around you, close to, let's say, 1 to 2 feet. All in all, this perfume lasted me just a hair under the 10-hour mark, so it's not too shabby at all for a perfume. All I can say is that Encens Satin is a is the first Armani Prive from the Oats line that I've actually really enjoyed on my skin. This is not earth-shattering by any means. It's original. It's got a very nice complexity to it, an elegance, sophistication, and very smooth and pleasant dry down. In short, I wouldn't suggest that you rush out of your way to the stores to buy this, but if you are in the vicinity of a place that does carry this, I would definitely encourage you to try it, and I think you may fall in love with it just like I have. So guys, I'm going to go straight into the final rating. So the presentation here is going to get a 5 out of 5. This is extremely nice. This is one of the best presentations in the market that I think. Very pretty from the high-end designer. So it gets a 5 out of 5. The scent itself, I'm also going to give it a 5. It's very class, very beautiful, very unique. Projection, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 just because it really does not project strongly after the 3rd hour. Longevity, I'll give it a 4. A little less than 10 hours on my skin. I would have given this a 5 if it exceeded the 12-hour mark. The versatility, I give this a 5 out of 5. This one is extremely versatile, great for both men and female, and definitely has that universal appeal that we look for in a fragrance. The next category here is uniqueness. Going to give this a 4. It's very unique, but it's not earth-shattering by any means, but it's very nice. Compliment factor, I give this a 4 out of 5. I was very complimented in the first 2 hours of this fragrance, and it's also going to depend, the way you're dressed, in your surroundings, in your scenario that you are wearing this fragrance. So the overall final rate, I'll give this a solid 4 stars. This is a great release from the house of Giorgio Armani Prive line. Check it out, guys, if you can. You're not going to be disappointed. This is one of the best incense fragrances in the market. Unbelievable, great to wear, easy to please. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more. Please leave your comment down below if you have smelled this. Let me know what you think. If you have smelled other fragrances from the Armani Prive, let me know as well. There's probably a handful of Armani Prive fragrances that I really enjoy, and I'd love to know which ones do you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.